Hi everyone, welcome back to Clown Farm and Cookery School. Today I'm going to show you how to make two different styles of pancakes. So what I'm going to show you first is the American style pancake. It's a nice fluffy thick pancake, and then afterwards I'm going to show you how to do the tin pancake, the more traditional one. So in here I have, first of all you get your bowl and you add in your dry ingredients. In here I'm using self-raising flour, and into that I'm going to flavour it with a little bit of cinnamon. So a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. If you don't like it, leave it out, or add in ginger or whatever you like yourself. A little pinch of salt in there, and some baking powder. Baking powder gives them an extra rise along with the self-raising flour. So 3/4 of a teaspoon in there, and then get your whisk and just roughly give your flour, your dry ingredients, a little swirl around to mix up all the ingredients. In here I'm using buttermilk, but you can use, of course, use ordinary milk, natural yogurt, Greek yogurt. Into that I've here lightly whipping 2 beautiful eggs from our own lovely free-range ladies here at Clown Farm. Pancakes are such a store cupboard. Everybody has the ingredients in their store cupboard basically. Milk, flour, eggs, or buttermilk or milk. So into that buttermilk I'm going to add in our eggs. And then to sweeten these, I'm going to use some lovely raw honey. This is local honey, just a half a mile down the road from us. You can of course use sugar, golden syrup, maple syrup, but I like to use local. So this is Fiona and Pat McCormick's beautiful honey, the farmhouse honey. So we'll add in maybe another little bit there into it. And just make sure you scrape it off. This is the native Irish bees, absolutely gorgeous. And look at it as medicine, so good for you. Very good. So we just give that a little shake about. And now, come back to your dry ingredients. Make a little well, so simple, a little well in the middle. Add in your liquid, all your liquid. And this is where you want to start gradually, just taking in the flour. You see the way the flour's falling in from the side. Just take your time. So basically what you want is a nice smooth, no lump mixture, and that's what you're looking for. So I'm going to allow this to sit now for about, you can leave this sit for 20 minutes, half an hour, but you can also leave it overnight in your fridge, and you can make up your pancakes lovely and fresh the following morning. So for Pancake Tuesday, you could have them made on Monday evening in your fridge. Your batter is ready to go then first thing Tuesday morning before you go to work, school, or before you start your day. So that's it, nice and smooth. Okay, so that's basically what you're looking for. And here I'll be sharing with you the recipe. This is for the more traditional thinner pancake, like the crepe. And you can see, look how more runnier it is, and whereas this one is a thicker one. So that's basically the difference. If I wanted to make that more thinner, I'd put in more liquid into it. Okay? The next thing we're going to make while our pancake batter is settling and relaxing, I'm going to show you how to make a lovely caramel sauce. Absolutely gorgeous. So first of all, we put in our sugar into a good heavy base saucepan, and into that I'm going to add some water. So basically what we want to do is, we're not going to stir it. So what we want to do is the sugar is going to dissolve in there. Okay, and just put on that light overhead. And we want to caramelize it, and this is going to take about 10 minutes. So we want to get a kind of a medium, light to medium gold colour. We don't want to get too dark. So that's what we're going to do. So we'll come back to that in a few minutes. So if you want to come in there closer, Michael, you can see it's starting to thicken. It's getting syrupy, like very, and then not all of a sudden, but it gradually will start to go lightly golden, and then all of a sudden it can just turn on you, and we don't want to get too strong. So while that's caramelizing there, the sugar and water, I'm going to show you very quickly now how to do a lovely chocolate sauce, a very simple one. So in here again, I have some caster sugar in my saucepan, and into that I'm going to add water. Again, the same principle. The only difference is I'm not caramelizing this water and sugar. All I want to do is dissolve the sugar in the water and allow it to get a little bit syrupy like. And then into that I have some Bourneville chocolate. You can use your favourite milk chocolate. I would say a higher percentage of cocoa. Don't go too cheap in the chocolate, because it kind of leaves an oily residue on your tongue at the top of your roof of your mouth. So just break your chocolate in there. So once we have that dissolved, we'll come back to that in a couple of minutes and we'll add in our chocolate. That's it. It's nice and dissolved, and it's a little bit syrupy. That's all as much as I want it to be. So I'm just going to switch off that heat in the back, and literally into that add in my chocolate pieces. And I'm also going to, for a little bit of flavour, add in a little bit of orange. Orange and chocolate are just a marriage made in heaven. So you can either stand there and stir it like that, but leave it, it'll do its own thing. And that's a really simple chocolate sauce, and we'll be serving that with our pancakes later on. Now, so we're almost ready here. The reason that we caramelise, or we give the, reduce down the liquid and the water and the sugar, is to give it a depth of flavour, kind of a butterscotch caramelization or caramel taste, and that's where the caramel comes from. Now I'm happy enough with that. I'm just going to, for now, I'm going to switch off our heat. I'm going to add in our butter. Okay, and the next thing we're going to add in is fruit. We got, I'm spilling it here now, so just be careful. Just let the butter cool it down a little bit, and into that now I'll add in our cream and add it all in now. So it will tend to go sugar ball or on you at the beginning, but that will come out of it. So, and it'll turn into a lovely smooth. So we just literally stir that. We turn back on our heat onto low, and we literally stir that. And then what we're going to make then is a lovely jar. If you can see that there, I made that earlier on. That's a lovely jar, very same, of caramel sauce. And that can be made to give to somebody or to enjoy yourself, but to give to somebody equally, a friend, your neighbour, your granny, whoever, and they can enjoy it with their pancakes, with their ice cream. They can enjoy it for Christmas, Easter, any time of year. But I'm just picking out I'm just picking out Shrub Tuesday, Pancake Tuesday. So I have the pan on heating and a nice high heat. So literally, I'm using sunflower oil. It's more neutral oil. So just literally about maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon of oil. A little piece of kitchen paper or a silicone brush, just rub it around like that. Now I will emphasise you do need a good non-stick pan in the first place, because if you don't have a good non-stick or good cast iron, it'll just stick no matter what you do. So then basically take this is a tinner pancake I'm doing first, one ladle, you'll know yourself, just take your handle and just gently start swirling it around like so. Okay, and we just leave that there for about 2 minutes on that side, and then we'll flip it over. We can come back to it then. So just with your fish slice, just literally get it underneath and just turn it over like that. Look, that's a lovely colour. Again, about half the time now on the other side, because remember it's already heated. You're trying to heat the whole thing from the beginning on the first side. So the other side only takes about half the time, okay? So that's our pancake done and onto our plate. And we keep repeating the same process. Now, if it was a thing that you're at home and you want to get loads of them done first, because you're literally there all night if you're just doing one at a time and the whole table was eating them. So what I would basically do is get a tea towel and just put it onto your plate like so, and pop on in your pancake and just cover it over like that, and that'll keep them warm and it'll stop the condensation from building up in them as well. For our American pancakes, same principle with the pan, and just a little bit, or you could use a tablespoon, it's probably easier. Just a bit of batter like that. Smaller amounts than the thinner pancake. And just gently, that's it. Don't worry, sometimes they'll run into each other. That's absolutely fine. So we leave them for, again, about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. I've lowered down the heat there, kind of medium to low heat. And we leave them, and then we're waiting to see, can we see some bubbles on top, and then I know when to flip. Bubbles just on the top of the surface of it. So just carefully, always with the American pancake, it's a little bit more difficult to flip it because sometimes that's still a bit runny and it can kind of spill on you. So that's it, lovely, nice colour there on the top. So again, because they're deeper, we leave them for a little bit longer, and we'll come back to them in a few minutes. So that's our lovely American fluffy pancakes done, and you can do as many or as little as you like with them, but this is for now. This is what I'm going to do. For American fluffy pancakes, you can do whatever you want. You can use streaky bacon, maple syrup, whatever you like. I'm just going to do them sweet here, and I'm going to just put some little bananas on, sliced up bananas. Now, don't slice these ahead of time. Obviously, a lot of you would know that, but just a few bananas on top, and then you get your lovely caramel sauce. Oh, it's still warm, absolutely gorgeous. Back up there, and just drizzled on top, just like that, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Okay, and we can also then just a little bit of mint, just garnish it on top, just like so. And then you can, of course, if you wish, I'll do that in a minute, we dust them with some icing sugar. For the other ones, I'm going to do the American or the crepe, the more traditional style. Of course, you can do lemon juice, sugar, anything like that. But what I'm going to do here today is I'm just literally going to, what I like to do is just fold them over like that into quarters. Okay, so say we do 3 of them, kind of like that, into quarters. Or maybe, no, we'll just go with the 2, okay? And then just literally, we get some blueberries here along with it, and we get some freshly sliced strawberries. You can, of course, stewed apple, anything you like. So your blueberries, you could, of course, kiwi, sliced oranges. And on this one, I'm going to put on a little bit of fresh cream, just like that on it. And a little bit of chocolate sauce with the orange is absolutely gorgeous. And again, we'll just spoon that across the top of it. And it's just a little way to kind of bring a little bit of a difference to your pancakes. And as I said, you can, of course, if you wish, with some of your pancakes, just maybe to one side, just scatter a little bit of icing sugar, just purely for presentation. Just like that on top. And that's it. Now, very quickly, I want to show you, you can come back to me in 1 second, I'm going to show you a savoury pancake. So for our savoury pancakes, I'm just going to do like a version of a BLT. And so basically in here I have some mayonnaise. I'm just going to add in a squirt. You kind of want it like a Mario sauce. And just very quickly, and this is lovely for burgers. Some people call this a burger sauce, but this is lovely on burgers or even just on a normal sandwich with chicken or cheese or anything like that. So that's basically it. Just the tomato sauce along with mayonnaise, it just gives it a nice little kick. So we'll just take away those first of all. And so literally you just get your pancake just like a wrap. Now this is the way I do it. You can, of course, you can do it your own way. Let's pull that back. Okay. And then I've cooked, I've shredded up some iceberg lettuce. I love the iceberg lettuce. Salad leaves are lovely, but I just think there's a nice crunch with the iceberg. It's just a little bit of iceberg along like that. And then I've cooked up some back rashers, our own Clon Farm bacon, back rashers here, and just scattered them along like that on top, bacon lardons. And then some sliced little tomatoes. I use the cherry tomatoes this time of year. And you could, of course, just do a little bit of. And you could also serve with your wraps or with your pancakes, whether they're savoury or sweet. Natural yogurt is absolutely gorgeous. So you could eat that with a knife and fork as is, or just wrap it around like that, and you have a lovely little wrap. And it's just something that's lovely for kids if they wanted to pick it up and eat it in their hand like that. It's just something that's interesting. You know, so that's our kind of, there are for the savoury pancake, just omit the sugar when you're making the batter. It's the very same thing. For the sweet pancakes, obviously leave in the sugar. And then for your American pancakes, they're a little bit thicker and we use buttermilk instead. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a lovely flipping Pancake Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for watching. Talk to you soon.